One of those that was supposed to be in court yesterday, according to the EFCC, well, is at large. What do you make of that?
If someone is alleged, especially this crime, and that person is at large, it makes me think something truly is wrong. It makes me feel, I don't want to preempt the court. It makes me feel that a crime has truly been committed. That's what and until the otherwise is proven. Because now we are in a system that has been, and with apology, that has been handling this case with kid glove. We have not seen anybody unnecessarily. In fact, there has not been a case of anybody taken to court and beheaded in court. There has not been any high-handedness. So for somebody to be on to be at large, it is suggestive of the fact that crime has been committed. That is what I think.
Could that be a distractionary tactics?
That's why, from the beginning we described the whole thing as a drama. Some of us would not readily want to praise. We don't want to. That's why we are being economical with how we praise the federal government for doing this. We want the end of the exercise to justify whatever. We want to see an end that will make us applaud because all these things from the beginning you have some of these dramas in this country starts and people build in failure into the procedure from the beginning. Some of these little things, somebody at large, this and that. We are not preempting the courts. I won't be surprised if tomorrow we are told that because that person is at large, certain documents are not available. It may be part of this. But like I said, we want to adopt that attitude of sit down, look. We are sitting down, we are looking, hoping that cynicism that we are flashing about, that the system will help us in changing it into optimism. You understand? We've so much gotten the knock. Every day we get the knock from military government. For what we were told is that by the time we get into democracy, things will roll fast and life will be better for us. But sincerely, aside from the high-handedness of the military, in terms of probity and accountability, I can't see the difference. You understand? At times, because it's even, if you look at it at the other side, there you can't ask questions. You are dealing with people who are almost almighty with their arms but this time you have people who are like you, but who does everything to give you the knock every time.
Because that is why people are a little bit confused. Once upon a time, now we're trying to draw comparisons. We can't even sit here and even talk about this. We can't even talk about a whole lot. You told us how you were thrown into prison then, during the military era regimes then. But now we can talk about it. From the protest, which we experienced in January this year, we've seen the fallout of that protest leading up to the probe. And from the probe, now we're getting some kind of prosecution already in the process of leading up to, should I say, an answer to all of the questions people asked when they went out on the street. Is that the kind of hope you already see? Who is once upon a time a skeptic? Are you now living your skeptic position?
Sometimes if you have a lukewarm acceptance, it may be more dangerous than outright rejection. You reject me outrightly, I know I'm headlong with a system that is out to crush me. You understand? The military system is an high-handed system. And once you are out against the military system, you are against a system that does not tolerate debate and all these things. But for God's sake, it becomes more painful now that we can talk from morning to night, and nobody appears to be listening. So the burden is becoming, it's becoming more painful. Now we can talk, we can exercise our right to debate and this thing, And what we are getting from that right to debate is a result that is not much different from what we got from the military.
You know, listening to you, we see you vacillating between hope and skepticism and hope and skepticism. Where exactly would you ask the average Nigerian to be?
Forward-looking, read rightly, all these things we should, you know, at times we read we get this, we don't get the signals rightly. You understand? If for example you tell me things are changing, you understand, I don't need to be told. The basic condition in the four corners of my house will tell me whether things are truly changing. So beyond what we are told, beyond what the average Nigerian is told, we should take our time to read in between the lines, you understand, and make up our minds. We are getting to a place whereby we need to be informed from time to time on the character of people that we are dealing with, on the character of leaders that we have. And when that time comes, that an average man goes down to the polling booth with his own power, the power to change your leaders, then all this should form the elements that will inform our decision. So for the man in the street, we have to be forward-looking, we have to read in between the lines, and make sure that we take the decisions ourselves.
How long would you want this to go on for before we get to a conclusion to all of this case? Because it's been adjourned to Wednesday, and they say, well, looks like there's some kind of speed in the judiciary, never seen before speed in getting to the end of this whole process.
I don't know who is putting the speed, but I know that there are past ex-governors on the list. You can count them. Up to today, the process is still on. So I don't know who is going to fast-track this one, why they will have to fast-track it. There are all cases of corruption. And so we have governors who have been 4 years in trial. You understand? No justice has been done. So in this case, if anybody tells me that somebody's fast-tracking anything, I will take it with that pinch of salt. Let's see what is going to come out of it. But yours sincerely, I started by saying, to be able to see the enormity of the crime that has been committed, pick up your calculator, you understand, and divide 1.7 trillion by 160 million. You see the enormity. You see the harrowing wound that we get as a people that is blessed with everything and who has nothing but lamentations every day we sit down.
But you said the wound can heal up. But you said the wound can heal up, right?
It will take time. We are still living, we are still on our feet because we are optimistic that the wound will be healed up.